Hey, I hope you all can forgive me for going around and around and back and forth and having insights and feeling clear and then getting lost again. When every moment is new, it's really hard to hold on to anything, and that includes insights, which I guess means, I guess that's why practice is valuable. But then I don't practice very much. I mean, I do in my own way. It doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like. It looks like sitting in a coffee shop staring into space. It looks like feeling my skin, touch my skin when I'm taking a shower. It looks like lying in bed, extra, feeling into what there is to be felt into. It looks like making videos where, to some degree, I'm kept honest because lying to myself is one thing, lying to YouTube is something else, right? It can look like playing out thought roads. Like in my last video, there were lots of thought roads like, what if the universe is like this? What if God is like that? Blah, blah, blah. I know they're stories, but sometimes it's like either I game out all the story scenarios and come to the same conclusion, or I come to some potentially satisfying story to explain away something that vexed me before. And then I can kind of calm my system down, for better or worse. I don't know if that's useful or not. I don't know who defines useful. But yeah, recently I came up with a nice story about about backsliding and going in circles and watching myself do selfish or wasteful or judgmental things. On a relatively small scale. I'm not raping entire economies, but I should say entire countries. I don't know. Just watched a video about neocolonialism through the national, keeping a bunch of countries in debt, which is basically indentured servitude. Entire countries. It's fucked up. But yeah, the nice story is I'm allowed, I don't know. I watch myself doing things that I would be inclined to judge myself for as a way of demonstrating to myself that this too is allowed. Everything is. Even the people who are the most insecure, the most cynical, the most cruel. They're doing the best they can too. We all want to be a good person and make the world a better place. Okay, I shouldn't say all. But generally speaking, I think of family members who have lots of kids and still get up early to do Bible study. They think that's the way to be a good person, make the world a better place. Maybe it is. Maybe it's, of all the things they could be doing in the morning, maybe that's that's a great thing. I mean, heck, I mean, I'm not, religious in that way, but the Bible's fascinating. And I'm somebody who's pretty like anti-proselytizing, but I understand the impulse to want to help people and to believe that this is the highest way I can help someone. And some people believe proselytizing is that. People believe all kinds of things. Or, one of the grossest examples, people believed kidnapping native children from their parents and putting them in cruel boarding schools was the only way to save their souls. Conveniently, it also gave them access to the resources that had been in the hands of indigenous people had been stewarded by indigenous people for tens of thousands of years. But you can convince yourself of just about anything. Especially when there's a lot of buy-in all around you. Like one of my biggest barriers to, I would say something that keeps coming to mind over and over and over again is, even if I stop believing stories about myself and about the world, all the people around me still believe them. So I'm constantly walking back into that field. And it's like, ugh. It's like, and it's not my place to be like, hey guys, like tear down the scenery and trash the set and be like, it's all fake, guys. Or whatever. It's all a hologram. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is anyway, so it's not like I have anything definitive to tell anybody. But when I back out of narratives and then have to walk right back into them, it can be very jarring, and it can be very convincing. I mean, you just get caught up in it. It's like a current. And then, the news especially. God, it is sickening what people do to each other. And it feels like it demands a response. Even if you're just farting in the wind. These hurricanes sweeping over, these hurricanes of narrative, of context, of beliefs, sweeping over the world. It feels so small to simply step outside the hurricane and watch it devastate so many good people. But what I was trying to say is watching myself behave in ways that I would be inclined to judge if others behave those ways. I feel like the story I came up with is it's a reminder not to get a big head. I'm not better than other people, and not to beat myself up. I'm not worse than other people either. I'm not in control at all. I don't know what's good or bad. Not really. And that tortures the character, because the character wants to be on the side of good. The character wants to make the world a better place. And you know that I told you it was convenient that kidnapping indigenous children was also gave white people access to resources. It feels convenient that what I want to do, which is wake up and keep waking up, is also the best way to make the world a better place. It just feels too convenient. It feels too self-serving. Based on previous patterns. It's like, no, I gotta go bust all those indigenous kids out of those boarding schools. Or whatever is the atrocity of the day. You can't say I didn't try. I'm not going to go into everything, but you can't say I haven't tried. But something even kind of more. I'm watching Angelo's video today. I got about halfway through it, and he said something that really struck me. I can't remember what he said exactly, but another of my biggest hangups is like, I look around and see so many people suffering, and I remember so much of my own suffering. And I'm like, what is the point of being alive if we're just going to fucking suffer so much? What kind of sadist did this to us? And then somehow I put that with like every moment is new. Oh, and also like lately I've kind of been trying to retcon, is that the word? Retroactive continuity, where I change what happened in the past to make it make more sense based on things that happened later. But yeah, trying to kind of take the pain out of my childhood, if that makes sense. Because I'm still carrying pain from childhood. So it's like if I can go back in time and take the pain out, I feel like I've kind of been doing that with the metabolizing of dysphoria. But I've also been, revisiting it, visiting myself at certain time periods and kind of hanging out with myself. And I know it's a hologram. I know it doesn't exist. I know it's, the past isn't real. But the present, can be affected by the present, right? And if in the present I am communing with holograms and it makes me feel better, why not? But something about what Angelo said, it was like, it doesn't actually matter what I felt like in the past. The past is totally gone. Although if it's still, in a way, showing up in the present, yeah, who knows? But let's just say it's basically gone. Every moment is new. In any moment, I can break off the past completely and be here and nowhere else. There's a wonderful phrase in Arabic, hel antizi, untie yourself from my ass. It means good. It's a, it's a way to say get the hell out of here. But like untying the past from my ass. It's a nice visual. And it seems possible if I believe it's possible. You know, like Tinkerbell is real if you clap your hands and you believe. It's so weird. This existence is so weird. I don't understand it at all. Because how do I believe? How do I know what I believe? If Angela's right, it's completely out of my hands anyway. The universe is practicing me like one of those brooms from The Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's not a very nice image. It's not a very nice story. What's a better story? Maybe the best story is just total mystery. Just what the fuck? Just walking around wide-eyed like a child. We are so minuscule. We're so zoomed in on drama that matters so very little. In any, like, you know, you get a slightly larger, I mean, there's so many scales of time and space on which it's just all of this is absolutely nothing. So what's the point? I don't know. Yeah, I'm still dipping my toes into presence. I had an image this morning of like the present is like I'm stuck on the present like a fly in a fly trap. Flypaper. It's like I'm irrevocably stuck here, but I'm still like, you know, trying. How do I get off of this thing? Now, again, not the greatest story because Flypaper actually is a sticky trap of death. I guess this is a sticky trap of death too. I don't know. This is the universe through me gaming out scenarios. I don't know why. But there you have it.